camera.
I thought I just had one.
No, shut the f up. Shut.
Is this a pretty serious detainment? How serious is this detainment? How serious is this detainment?
To like Walgreens or CVS.
Hey, pay attention.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll do that whenever I feel.
You're breaching their privacy.
And that's not a law I'm breaking, am I?
You are actually breaching their privacy.
What law?
To take photos of them inside of
What law am I?
What happens when officers show up at your property without a warrant, demand answers, and try to intimidate you into compliance? In today's story, a man stands his ground against police officers attempting to overstep their authority. Despite their efforts to control the situation through false accusations and aggressive tactics, he refuses to back down. The result? A perfect example of why understanding your rights is the best defense against police misconduct.
How am I harassing people? I'm standing right here waving as people wave at me. That's constitutionally protected free speech communication, waving back between citizens. Hey, I haven't broken a single law, and you're trying to infringe on my First Amendment rights?
You have the freedom of expression. I'm not saying anything about your sign. You're allowed to have the sign. You're allowed to wear that hat and that shirt. You're allowed to say and wave to people. I'm telling you, somebody communicated to us, and
I don't care. I do not care.
I'm not asking you to care. I'm just explaining.
I don't care. Why are you telling me?
So you understand.
Well, you can leave. Obviously, I'm not doing anything but standing here holding a sign that pisses off certain snowflakes. You're allowed to stand here. I am too. I'm not going to conversate with you anymore. Have a good day.
Okay, I'm going to talk, and you don't have to listen.
I won't. I'll just record.
Okay. Somebody called and told us you were, panhandling and harassing people.
Excuse me, panhandling? Do you see a bucket? Do I look broke? Do you know how much this sign costs to make?
You said you were going to listen.
No, I'm not going to listen to that garbage.
Okay. Somebody said that. I'm not saying it's true. So all I'm saying is, if you are panhandling...
Get the complainant out here and file charges against him for abuse of the 911 system, abuse of process, and filing a false police report.
Okay, they didn't call 911. They called 911.
Okay, well, it's still abuse of process and filing a false police report.
Anyhow, I mean, based on your demeanor right now, don't act like...
I'm in the middle of something. You're interrupting me.
Don't act that way toward the rest of people.
Let me explain. I know the law. I'm not breaking any laws. Have a good day.
I'm not saying you are. I never... Did I ever...
I'm not disorderly.
Sir, right now you are being with these two individuals.
How am I being disorderly with these two people who have their back turned towards me? I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. I'm not burning your city down like Black Lives Matter and Antifa did. Am I? Is this Wisconsin? Did I light anything on fire?
Can you answer me one question? Did I say you broke the law?
Yeah, you did.
When? What did I say?
You said I was panhandling and being disorderly.
It's not even against the law.
She said I was being disorderly.
Okay, well, we can talk about
I'm arguing with you, which means I'm allowed to redress grievances under the First Amendment right to petition. I'm allowed to redress grievances with my government, which is you right now. So I'm petitioning, which is protected under the First Amendment. The right to petition and argue with police is protected by free speech. It's been adjudicated by the Supreme Court. I can talk to you any way I want.
No, you are. I didn't say you were not allowed to talk to me.
She said I was being disorderly by the way I'm talking. That's a violation of my First Amendment rights, lady. Absolutely it is. Hedden, yes it is. I have the right to petition. It's guaranteed under the First Amendment.
I've never said anything about your signs, sir.
All right.
You said I was being disorderly because of the way I'm talking. This is how I speak, lady. If you don't want to speak to me, don't speak to me. This is how I talk. Ask my children. I don't have a mute button. I'm sorry you don't like the dialect I use when I speak or the vernacular, but I'm allowed to do whatever I want. It's a free country.
Hey, just to be clear, you're not doing anything wrong, okay? There's someone else called about you, and that's why...
That's fine. They can call all they want, buddy.
Okay, but when they call...
Tell them to call 1-800-WAH.
I want to make sure you understand. When someone calls the police, we have to respond.
Yeah, you go right ahead and keep doing it. Come on back out here. Just bring beer next time.
Panhandling, we have to come and make sure you're not.
Do I look like I'm
By the
panhandling?
way, it's not against the law to panhandle.
And I'm not panhandling. So why are you here if no laws were reported?
Make sure that you're not.
You said no. You said it wasn't illegal, but you said someone called in, so you had to come out because it was a crime.
I was going to explain to you that there are laws about panhandling, but obviously you don't care to hear.
I don't care to hear because I don't panhandle, buddy. Yeah, you're good. Have a great day.
You're gonna need to get your fucking hand off my camera right now.
I apologize.
And don't cover my camera. Listen, bitch, don't cover my camera. Don't cover my camera.
I thought I just had one
No,
posting on
shut
the
up. Shut up. Don't camera, cunt. What do you want?
Okay, there's no need for that name call.
You bitch. So you know what? There's no need for you to be all secret shady covering the camera. What do you want, bitch?
That's an officer safety protocol that we usually
No,
adhere
no,
to.
oh really? No, for my safety protocol, you ain't covering my cameras. You're violating constitutional rights. What do you want?
I am here to talk to you. Are you home?
You.
Are you home?
Get the off my property. You got a warrant? Get the off my property.
I actually do have a warrant.
Whoa, really? Get the off my property.
It's
Bye,
just a
bitch.
ma'am.
Bye, you cunts. Bye, get the off my property.
Are you home to come out and talk with me?
Yeah, bitch, I'm inside hiding from you. That's what you can do, you dumb cunt. Get the fucking property, man. You know how many times you guys have accused me of hiding in the house from you? Get your hand off my camera and get away from my camera. Get off my property. Right now, get off my property.
Are you
off my property? What do you not comprehend? Show me the warrant, cunt. You got a warrant, show me the
Dawn,
warrant.
you're losing connection. Ma'am?
An ugly cunt. Left off my fucking property.
Are you able to restart or something?
No. Get the off my property.
Are you home right now?
Bye, bitch, and take all your fucking friends with you. Bye, cunt.
It's just a few of us
Bye. Fuck you. I don't give a who's there. Nobody's welcome. Get the off my property. You can stand on the curb, and then you can show me your warrant. But until then, I suggest you get the off my property, bitch. This ain't Ruby Ridge 2. Get all your little pigs off my property. Get the out of here, all you little cops. You coward cunts.
No need for that name call.
Fuck you, bitch. You put ARs at me. You cunt. Can't wait till yeah, you.
This video serves as a powerful reminder that you do not have to answer questions, allow officers onto your property without a warrant, or comply with unlawful orders. Police may use intimidation, but their authority has limits. If they cannot cite a law you've broken, they have no right to demand anything from you. Always ask if you're being detained, request a warrant, and record every encounter. Knowledge is power. When you stand firm, you expose misconduct and protect your rights. What happens when police try to intimidate someone who knows their rights? In today's story, a young man finds himself approached by officers accusing him of suspicious behavior, without any real evidence. As they demand answers, throw out vague accusations, and try to get him to incriminate himself, he stands firm, refusing to be bullied into submission. The situation escalates, but in the end, the officers are left with no choice but to walk away in defeat. This is a textbook example of why knowing your rights is your greatest weapon against overreach.
I know, I don't answer any though. No, definitely not. Actually, if you wanted to write some tickets, I found some cars over there that have expired tabs. Is that something you do?
They're in a private parking lot.
It's a public parking lot though, it's taxpayer funded. Can you speak up so my camera can hear you?
If you're just gonna be difficult with this,
You came to me. You're being difficult for me.
okay. I don't need the attitude.
I don't need the attitude.
I
Go
just
away.
had some concerned citizen because you were looking into cars that are obviously not yours. There's been a string of car break-ins.
At the police department?
This is not the police department.
What's going on?
That's what we're trying to figure out. What's going on with you?
What's your name?
What are you doing out here?
What's your name?
My name is Nate. You're being investigated right now for peeking in the cars and being up to no good. What are you doing?
I don't answer questions. Am I being detained?
Yeah, you are detained right now.
For what? Speak up.
I'll talk to the RP and figure out what they gotta do.
I'm being detained right now?
Yeah, you are detained.
For what?
You said you talk to RP.
Speak up, sir.
I'm not talking to you right now.
Well, you need to tell me why I'm being
I'm talking
detained.
to her right now.
You need to tell me why I'm being detained because it's an illegal detainment.
No, it's not an illegal detainment.
It's an illegal detainment because you can't tell me why you're
No,
detaining
you are
me.
being investigated right now for possibly tampering with motor vehicles. There you go. Any other questions?
I'm being detained for tampering with motor vehicles
That
or
is correct.
suspicion? Suspicion?
A suspicion of tampering with motor vehicles.
Is suspicion a crime?
Yes.
Suspicion
That's
is not
why
a crime.
we're investigating.
Suspicion is not a
I
crime.
didn't say suspicion. So,
She did.
anyways, what's your name?
Is that your buddy over there?
I don't know who that is. I think he just wants to watch the show.
Well, it's not a very good show. So,
I know, it's got two shitty characters right here.
the reason why we're here is just people called and said that they saw you peering and messing around
And
with
you already
cars.
said that. Do you have anything new to say?
So,
Do you have anything new to say?
that's why we're here.
Well, I'm being detained. I'd like to know why.
I just explained that to you.
Okay, I'm being detained for suspicion of tampering. Is that correct?
Right now, you are being detained because we got called here that there was a person that matches your description that was peeking in and potentially tampering with vehicles. So right now, we're trying to figure that out.
What? No, if you just step away, we're trying to figure out what's going on. Dude, stop making
Hey,
it.
fuck you.
Dude,
Leave him alone.
so
Yeah, that's
you
right.
want-
Keep it
you
pushing,
want your
bitch.
friend to be arrested for obstruction? No. So just
Yeah. Why don't you go arrest him for obstruction? Is that really what you think you're gonna do right now? You're gonna arrest him for obstruction? What is that? 30 feet away?
where's your driver's license?
Why would I have a driver's license?
Because I would like to know going forward.
Well, that fucking sucks. Any more stupid questions?
Are you gonna stop being a dickhead?
Fuck no.
Is this how you talk to every single person?
Nope, just people that harass me.
We're not harassing. We're trying to figure out.
Well,
why
you're detaining me, and I don't
why
want to be
you're
detained right
looking
now.
Into vehicles that are not yours.
Is that a crime?
Yes.
What crime is it?
Tampering with motor vehicles.
Tampering is a physical act. Are you fucking retarded?
That's why we're investigating it.
Well, I don't have to help you with your investigation. Now fucking hurry up. I'd like to be on my way.
Yeah, if you can just quickly get your name and be on your
Never
way.
gonna happen. I told you there's cars over there with
Giving you a
expired
lawful
tabs.
order to provide your name.
You're lawfully requiring me to...
I'm asking you for your name. For your
Not,
driver's
nope, you
license.
gotta take me to jail.
Is that really worth it, my guy?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's
take me to
not,
jail.
I'm telling you right now.
Well, you're full of shit. You know you
I'm
can't.
telling you right now.
You'll lose your
it's
qualified
not.
immunity and I'll get a bunch of money.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, if you don't know, you should try reading.
Okay, you're just trying to be some big dude saying.
I'm
big
not.
words.
I'm sitting down and you're standing next to me with weapons and armor. I'm not a big dude. I'm literally sitting down.
And I'm not a big person either.
I never said you were.
Listen, can I just explain this to you real quick?
Sure.
Imagine somebody was messing with your car in your driveway. And that
Well,
neighbor
we're
called,
not
right?
in a
Just listen to me,
driveway.
just
We're at the
listen to me real
fucking
quick.
police
I understand
department.
that. Let me just explain to you why
No,
we're here.
I'm not. I don't want to listen.
We didn't
I
just
don't
stop here because we wanted to talk to you.
I don't
We
care.
got called here because someone matching your description was messing with vehicles. We came to investigate it. You matched the description. We're here. I don't see any damage.
Okay.
So, as far as I'm concerned, you're good to go.
Okay. Well, leave me alone.
We don't have. I'm just explaining.
Be
to you
on
why
your way.
you-
You're literally blocking a fire lane for a non-emergency. Get the fuck out of here, dumbass. It's not an emergency. It's not an emergency.
It doesn't need to be an emergency for me to park right there.
It doesn't have to be an emergency to block an emergency fire
I'm
lane.
blocking it. I'm not even on the road.
No parking, fire lane.
Fire truck should be driving on the sidewalk. I'm not blocking anybody.
Alright, is that what we're here for, or are you guys just here to harass me?
No, it wasn't harassment. It was a
Alright, well
lawful
hurry the
detention.
fuck up. I'm sick
It
of
was
this.
a lawful detention of why we're here investigating the activity.
Do you need something? I do not know. You'll have to go to a pharmacy for that.
Is this
police
a
department
pretty
no
serious
longer-
detainment?
The
How
police
serious is
department
this
no
detainment?
longer takes
How serious is
medications.
this
You have
detainment?
to go to like Walgreens or
Hey.
CVS.
Hey, pay
Can
attention.
You shut the fuck up.
No, I can't. You can shut the fuck up.
You have to go to Walgreens or CVS.
Get the
okay?
fuck away from me.
Yep.
Am I being detained?
Do you want to talk to me longer?
No.
Okay.
Just so you know, if you get caught.
I don't need any instructions.
Okay.
I'm not going to listen to any directives. You're dismissed. You're dismissed.
Stop.
I'm going to do it as soon as you leave.
Okay.
As soon as you leave.
If you're tampering with motor vehicles, then I will arrest you.
If I what?
If you're tampering with motor vehicles,
I never was and I never will. I don't
So
need any
don't.
directives. I don't need any directives. You're dismissed.
Okay, Nate, we can go. We don't have to
You have a good day.
You're dismissed.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
This case is proof that standing your ground and knowing your rights can stop police overreach in its tracks. Officers often rely on intimidation, hoping people will talk themselves into trouble. But you are not obligated to answer questions, provide ID without cause, or help with their investigation. When faced with vague accusations, remember, stay calm, ask if you're being detained, and if not, walk away. The more we educate ourselves and others, the harder it becomes for law enforcement to abuse their authority. Always record, always question, and never let fear strip away your rights. Imagine filming in public, minding your own business, when suddenly, an officer tells you that what you're doing is illegal, even though it isn't. In today's story, a man exercising his First Amendment rights is confronted by a police officer who makes false claims, trying to intimidate him into stopping. But instead of backing down, he challenges her authority, exposing her lack of legal knowledge and standing firm on his rights. This encounter is a powerful reminder of why recording the police is not just important, it's necessary.
Probably better off you don't know anyway.
That's interesting.
Hello there.
Hello there, sir.
Tell us what you're possibly doing here.
I'm just doing an independent story, is all.
You're doing an independent story?
I'm an independent journalist doing a story.
Think you have some identification?
If I committed a crime, sir?
I'm just asking.
Can you take off your mask while we're talking
No,
to
I'd
you?
rather not, if that's
You'd
okay.
rather not? Okay,
Yes.
well, you cannot take pictures of the government building like that.
Where does it say that?
I'm telling you.
So-
if you're a journalist,
One at
you
a
have,
time.
you have journalist ID.
Where do they hand those out? I've never been able to find where they get them.
So you're not a journalist.
I'm an independent journalist. So I'm not allowed to, or you don't want me to?
Okay, so can you tell me what you're taking pictures of?
Anything my eyes can see, dear.
Okay, so we've had some complaints from the correctional facility that you're taking some pictures of the building.
Okay,
Okay, so that's a concern for us,
sure.
as well as a concern for anybody that's inside that building.
Of course.
It's a safety concern, right? So that's why we're trying to understand what you're doing that for.
Okay.
Okay, because that's not your right to do that.
I'm sorry?
That's not your right to do that.
It's not my right to photograph in public?
No, not a government building like that that's actually holding inmates because their safety is at risk and their privacy is at risk. That's why you're not allowed on the property, and that's why there's several things around the perimeter saying you're not allowed to be on the property.
Of course.
Anything else for sure, but not something like that. It's
So
quite,
what, if I may,
yes.
what you're telling me then is that there's some sort of
Is
law.
there a reason that you
if
have
I,
your face covered right now?
if I may
That's the
finish?
Pardon me?
If I may finish,
No,
if I can talk now, is that okay with you?
Yes, I don't understand why you're filming me. You're welcome.
You don't need to
but-
understand.
Okay.
So what I was saying is that are you trying to tell me that there's some sort of law or something that would prohibit me legally from taking photographs or video of the correctional facility?
So what I'm saying is people's privacy is being breached when you are taking photographs of them in the building because it's a safety concern. Do you understand that? So if somebody sees somebody or finds out where they are,
Sure.
it could put their safety at risk.
So it's not a law that
that's
I'm breaking
why-
or anything like that?
So basically, there's signs up that you're not to trespass on the property.
And I wasn't.
All right, and you're outside filming, so we don't really understand why you would be doing something like that unless you're using it for something.
Okay.
So you're putting people's safety at risk, so that's why we asked you not to do it.
Okay.
And that's why the correctional
So-
officers came out and asked
Sure.
you not to do it.
If I may again, because a few minutes ago you said that it wasn't my right to do that.
Yeah, because you're breaching people's privacy and you're putting their safety at risk, so that's a concern for us.
So, but it's
There's a
not a
reason
law that I'm breaking,
So
though,
there's
correct?
a reason when people are transported and things like that, you know, their identity is secure, so their safety is not at risk, right?
Sure.
So it's a government building.
Yeah.
They've asked you to leave. They've asked you not to film and asked you not to take pictures. You've given them no reason why.
I've told them I gave them a reason, ma'am. Ma'am, I gave them a reason.
Okay, and what was your reason?
I told them that I'm an independent journalist doing a story.
Okay, so why would you not just go to management? And why would you not ask them to maybe potentially do an interview or something like that so you can actually speak to management?
Because that's not what I needed, ma'am.
Okay, so you needed to take pictures of the inmates in the building, or were you taking pictures of the building?
I'd rather not answer any more questions.
Well, that's a concern for us.
Okay. Am I being detained?
So were you actually taking pictures?
Am I being detained?
You're not being detained.
You have yourself
But
a grand day, okay, ma'am? Take care of
to
yourself.
the facility.
I'll go back to the facility anytime I like. I'll go back there right now. You're not going to tell me what to do until I break the law. Do you understand?
Don't point your stick at me.
I'm not done talking. I'm not speaking. I'm not done speaking. And I will do that whenever I feel.
You're breaching their privacy.
And that's not a law I'm breaking, am I?
You are actually breaching their privacy.
What law?
You need to take photos of them inside of
What
their
law
building
am I
where they
breaking?
can't go anywhere.
What law am I breaking?
Sir, don't return back. All
What
right?
law am I breaking?
Don't return back to
I'll
the
go there
facility
right
and take
now, ma'am.
photos.
There's nothing you can do
Okay,
to
if you
stop
want
me
to
from
do
going
that,
there.
If you want to do that, that's fine. I'll contact my sergeant, have him come down here, and we'll have a talk.
That's wonderful. I'll meet your sergeant at the prison. Take care.
Hey guys.
Howdy.
I'm not with them. I'm just very interested.
That's okay.
Just as another concerned citizen, or good citizen, if you will.
Yeah, there's no issue with you filming here.
That's what I tried to inform her of.
Facility. We're just they obviously don't want you stepping onto the ground.
Of course.
They've informed us that if you do step onto the property, then they do want us to arrest you.
I would expect nothing less.
So you're free to stand here and film if you want. But
Wonderful.
we just don't want you going onto the property, okay?
Not a problem at all. And if you want to help her understand what my rights are and what I am allowed to do, because she told me it wasn't my right to do
May
that.
I ask why you're
If I can finish. She told me it wasn't my right to do this and that I wasn't allowed to go back, both of which are untrue.
So basically, they're voicing the same concern, safety of the inmates.
But again, you told me I wasn't allowed to.
Yes,
That's not
allowed
fault.
to take pictures of people when they're in a secure facility because it breaches their safety.
Is that a law, ma'am?
Do you want to put people's safety at risk?
I said, is that breaking a law?
Are you trying to put people's
That's not
safety
what
at
I
risk?
said. I'd rather you didn't put stuff in my mouth.
Correctional staff is concerned about you having a covered face.
Yeah, it's cold.
And about the security of the inmates
Sure.
and their identity being secure.
I've asked you a few times if that's illegal and you haven't answered me yet. It's just a yes or no question.
It's a concern.
So it's not illegal then?
not illegal.
So it would probably be better for you not to tell me I'm not allowed to do it
I
then.
asked you not to do
Well,
it.
you
because it's
told
a
me
concern.
I wasn't allowed to.
Okay, so anyhow, as we said, you step on the property.
Of course.
We have authority to press.
And of course, that's
Can I ask
should
why
be
you're
obvious.
filming?
I'd rather not say.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Wonderful.
Just wondering.
Thank you both.
Okay.
You have a grand day, ma'am.
This video is yet another example of why knowing your rights is crucial. Officers may use intimidation, misinformation, or outright lies to assert authority they don't actually have. But the law is on your side. Public photography is not a crime, and refusing to answer questions is not obstruction. When confronted, stay calm, ask if you're being detained, and don't let anyone convince you that your rights don't exist. Knowledge is power, and the more people stand firm, the harder it becomes for law enforcement to abuse their authority.